Samson's second day of being in the world, and it is snowing outside. So snowy. March 23rd. Samson's first snow. Who would have thought? And he's missing it all, sleeping through it. Crazy. We are heading in for our first checkup. The well baby and mama checkup. And little guy did so good in the car, didn't he, Dad? So we're heading in, gonna go see how he's doing, how much he weighs, and do a little breastfeeding, check and see how everything goes, and then we'll be on our way. Samson's first tummy time. What do you think, mister? Not too shabby? You look pretty cute there. Pulling your head up pretty good too. My goodness. Whoa. You trying to roll over? Oh, big yawn. Samson. Hey, what you doing? Oh man. Oh my goodness. Hey. What you doing?
What are you doing?
It is Friday. What a show we have tonight. My guests today are Tyler Perry, Jim Jeffries, and Joe List.
We are going on our first walk, enjoying the spring sunshine. Little man is loving it. Trying out the Moby wrap, and he likes it. He's all cozy in here. They suggest covering baby's head if it's a newborn, but he does not like having his head covered. He likes being able to look back and look up at everything around him. So I'm just holding his head, and we're doing good.
She let us keep this case because she wants us to fail. I'm coming along so that you don't waste time and resources turning this investigation into another corporate claim. I've made my decision. End of discussion.
All right, fine. You have to take your own car. I signed out that drug dealer's Lamborghini from the
I saw that you had made that request. I changed it to a sensible sedan.
Okay, but the sunroof stays open.
There is no sunroof.
Why did you even become a
Is the baby getting sad?
Can you give him kisses to make him feel better?
Give him a kiss.
Oh, that
you're
was so nice.
Say, hey, say, don't cry, baby. Can you tell him? Don't, it's okay. Don't cry, baby.
Can you give him a kiss? Make him feel better?
Say, don't cry, baby, it's okay. Say, big cousin's here. Tell him, don't cry.
Oh,
Don't
that's
cry,
so
baby.
nice.
Are you a nice cousin? Does he have a hair Did the baby get you?
Oh, are you hungry?
Hi, baby. Did the baby get a hair on your tongue?
Samson's first bath. first stroller ride. So far he has liked it. He doesn't love being in his car seat, but I think he likes the movement of the stroller. So he's doing good. We went for a little walk to drop off some cookies for some friends who just moved into the neighborhood, and headed back home for nap time. Tulips. Well, it's our first time too.
He's really enjoying it.
Yes.
Should look at it. Get it right.
So I wanted to give a little update on this last month and a half of motherhood and kind of our postpartum journey and where we're at right now. I just had my 6-week postpartum checkup with my OB and everything's going great. I am recovering really well from giving birth and all of that. But there has been some issues with my gallbladder that have still been going on. So in the last parts of my pregnancy, about the last half of my pregnancy, I started having gallstone attacks. At first I didn't know what they were. Things were not getting better. So I ended up going to a specialist. They did an ultrasound and ultimately found I had gallstones. I continued to have attacks for a while and then changed my diet to really low fat. And that helped me manage the gallstones throughout the last part of my pregnancy. However, the doctors said that after I gave birth, I could potentially stop having symptoms because of all the hormones that I had during pregnancy. Those hormones were making the gallbladder issues worse. And so once I gave birth and my hormones got back to normal, then those symptoms might subside. Well, I was slowly starting to introduce fat again into my diet and had gotten to the point basically where I wasn't really restricting anything. I had the most painful and severe gallstone attack that I've had yet. I was absolutely debilitated, laying on the bed, shaking, sweating, in so much pain. I ended up having Caleb take me to the ER because it was that bad. They did some tests on my blood, and they also did another ultrasound of my abdomen, and they found I still have gallstones and that the duct in my gallbladder was a little bit enlarged. There was no infection or anything like that, so they didn't have to do emergency surgery. They did say that I need to get it out because the attack was so severe and I have a history of recurring attacks. They recommended that I get my gallbladder removed. My liver enzymes, so the chemicals that are in my liver were elevated, which was a little bit concerning. So they wanted me to go back to my primary doctor to get those levels checked again in a couple days. So I went home from the ER, just in a lot of pain. Still, my urine was really dark, like almost orange. And so I went back in to get my liver levels, my liver enzymes checked again. The next day after that, I got a call from my primary doctor saying that my liver enzyme levels were through the roof and that, in her opinion, I should go back to the ER and get my gallbladder out urgently. That was kind of scary to get that message from my doctor. So my parents ended up coming down to watch Samson. So I tested my blood levels again. Turned out that my levels had gone down, but they were still pretty elevated. So they sent me home, and I'm gonna go back again to get my labs done to make sure that my liver enzyme levels have gone all the way down. And I'm also meeting with a surgeon to kind of have a consultation about getting my gallbladder out and scheduling surgery. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's been crazy and stressful and difficult to deal with this on top of being a new mom and honestly still adjusting to postpartum life. And the thought of surgery is also overwhelming to me. But we are really grateful that I have not had to have emergency surgery. It's definitely different having health issues now that I have another person who relies on me. So we're just figuring all of that out and getting that taken care of. So that's kind of my update. Samson's doing well. In his first couple weeks of life, he lost about 10% of his body weight, and they were pretty concerned about that. So we had a lot of appointments in those first couple weeks, weigh-ins, and he also had to get his tongue tie fixed to help him eat more effectively so that he would gain more weight. It was kind of hard just feeling like guilt for my baby not gaining weight. Even though I was doing everything I could, you still just feel kind of guilty, like it's your fault that your baby's not gaining weight. But by the 2-week appointment, he was back above his birth weight. So that was really encouraging, and things have been going great since then. Breastfeeding was really hard at first, and thankfully I had a lot of people who were brutally honest with me about how painful breastfeeding can be. It helped me prepare mentally for it to be hard and to push through, and I'm so glad I did, because now at the 6-week mark, breastfeeding is great. It's going really well, he's eating well, and I'm so grateful that I pushed through those early days of pain. He has officially moved up to size 1 diapers, which is crazy that he's out of newborn diapers already. And he also, today, we tried to put him in one of his little newborn outfits, and it was way too small. And Caleb sent me a photo of him wearing that outfit 20 days ago, and it was huge on him. So it's just crazy how fast they grow and change, and I just want to soak in and take advantage of every moment. We are just loving spending time with our son, and it's been great. There you go. That is a little update on where we are at after 1 month of parenthood. I'll show you Samson and then call it good. Here's sweet little Samson, sleeping boy.